Hey guys, it's me, Carrie. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It is March 17th, around 11 a.m. here in New York right now, and this is what is for some the long-awaited Monster-Mania recap. I'm going to try to keep it relatively short. I don't want to get into too much length, but in a nutshell, I just want to kind of share with you guys what happened in terms of the celebrities that I had the chance to meet and what the encounters were like. Basically, spoiler alert, everybody was really cool. We honestly did not have one negative encounter with any of the celebs. They were really super nice. Some, we had our favorites, of course, and I'm going to tell you who they are because, why not spill the tea a little bit? But basically, I'm just going to I have the program right here that I showed you guys in the thumbnail picture, but this is the booklet that you get at every Monster-Mania, and it features like the schedule of photo ops. They do pro photo ops, and most of them, all I think except Shawn Michaels, the wrestler, offered table photos as well. And then there's films and events over here, a map of the hotel, which, why did that just suddenly go all out of focus? There we go. I know you can't really see the details of that. This is just a general once-over. And then it shows you an ad for the Monster-Mania app on the back. But okay, so I'm just going to go through the celebs in the order in which they were listed on the cover and share what my experience was like with them, if I did get the chance to meet them or encounter them in any way. Okay, they have the first guest listed as Dolph Lundgren, which you guys would most likely know from Rocky IV. He was Ivan Drago. I must break you. I do a horrible Russian accent, but we didn't get a chance to encounter him personally, but we did get to go to his Q&A panel and attend that, and he just seemed like a really funny, warm, down-to-earth guy. People were concerned about questions about the Masters of the Universe movie, that he might be a little sensitive, because apparently in the past he shared that he's not super proud of that movie and is a little embarrassed by it, but he was a really good sport and answered every question just very genuinely. It seemed really just very conversational, just seemed like a nice guy. And we also saw him at the VIP party. There was an Ivan Drago cake that he cut. You can see my footage of that. If you go back a few videos, I did post that on here. But he seemed like a really nice, down-to-earth guy from my experience. Other people, thought he was a little more standoffish, but I can't really comment on that because I can only say what my experience was. So I thought he was cool. Christina Ricci, unfortunately, we had absolutely no contact with. She didn't do a cake cutting. There was no cake for her. She was not at the VIP party. All of the guests are invited to the VIP party every year. None of them attended this year, which was a super bummer, with the exception of Dolph coming to cut his cake, and then the young man who literally stole the new Halloween movie for me. Oh my God, he was so amazing. And his name is not on the cover, but his name is Jabril, oh gosh, what's his last name? Why is not on here? Jabril Nambatu, I believe. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I don't have it on the list in front of me for some reason. I thought all of the celebs were on here, so that's a bummer. But he was a really just adorable kid. And he stole the movie, and he was just really cute cutting his cake. But they both came, cut their cakes, and left. So it was like kind of a bummer. But yeah. But in terms of the VIP party, though, Dave, who founded the con and is, he leads the whole con, he runs the whole show, actually added 2 really fun new additions to the VIP party this year. He added karaoke, because there's always a DJ, but he added karaoke. And yes, your girl sang some Pat Benatar. I was so scared, but a few shots of my friend Abby's honey whiskey, and I felt a little braver. But yeah, I did sing. And he also added a really fun photo booth in the corner that had like a cool bloody backdrop, and there were all kinds of fun like murderous accessories. And I hope you guys don't mind me showing the pictures on here, but I'm going to because they came out really cute. This is the first picture that we took with some friends. You can barely see me, but I'm in the background there, and I have a jar with a head in it on my head. I didn't realize it was going to get kind of cut off. But that's my friend Abby, and these 2 girls I just met for the first time at this con. That's Angel and Maureen. They're super sweet. This guy in the front, I didn't catch his name, unfortunately, but if you see this, any of the girls or guys that are in this picture, please let me know this guy's name. There's me, obviously. That is Jeff, who I know I've seen at prior cons, but we didn't actually Facebook friend each other until this con. And that's our friend Ryan, and we had so much fun taking this picture, and as you can see, it has the cool Monster-Mania logo down here with some of the awesome iconic figures and the date, which was super fun. And I took this one with my friend Kimberly, who I adore, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm so obsessed with this picture. I think it came out so cute. Like, Kimberly was like, you know, what kind of faces should we do? And I just immediately went into, like, you know, boot lip and pouty face mode. So yeah, as Kimberly said, as she captioned this, I think, on her Facebook page, we were not the final girls. I just love this picture so much. So I have to scan them both so I can post them on Facebook because I'm just obsessed. And that was free, of course. And the VIP party also has, like I said, the cake cuttings and yummy cakes. There's an ice cream bar. There's a DJ. And now there's karaoke, which I hope Dave keeps the karaoke, and the photo booth for next year, because those are really fun additions. And I hope the celebs attend next year. I talked to the Saska twins, and they said, oh my gosh, nobody told us there was a VIP party. So I was kind of bummed, because they were like, we totally would have come. But hopefully next year, literally, because we won't be able to go in August, which sucks. I can't even tell you how heartbroken I am about that, because every year since we've been attending, which is 2014 when we started, we've gone to the March and August cons, but we just can't financially swing it this year, and I'm so bummed about it. I can't even tell you, but that's for another day. And see, here I am going off on tangents already. We're 6 minutes in, and I've only talked about 2 celebs, barely. But anyway, Christina Ricci, didn't get any time with her, unfortunately. She was on the 2nd floor on the mezzanine level, so unless you were willing to wait in her line, which was very, very long, understandably, she's super popular. I didn't get even a glimpse of her except through my friends' photos, but they all said that she was really sweet and really nice. Meatloaf, another one that we were so stoked about, but his line was long. And as a VIP, one of the benefits you get is a jump the line card. You can use it 1 time per person. You each get one, but you have to use it for the same person. Like, if Brian wanted to take a picture of me and my celeb, he had to use his line jump for that too, which kind of sucks. I wish that we could, you know, like the photo person that's just taking the photo and not appearing in it could use their line jump for a different celeb, since he wasn't in the picture at all. But whatever, that's how it works, and it makes it, you know, run more smoothly or whatever. I'm not complaining, just a comment. But we ended up using my line jump for Fairuza Balk. Yeah. She was on my bucket list. Like, she's been on my bucket list to meet pretty much all my life. I found out recently that she was born exactly a year and 11 days after me. So pretty much all my life since, you know, I encountered her in The Worst Witch when I was a little girl and watched it incessantly on HBO. Like, I've always wanted to meet her. And Gas Food Lodging, an indie film, brilliant, brilliant movie. Please watch it. Is my favorite film of Ruse. She goes by Rue sometimes, and I feel like, you know, we're friends now. Yeah, we're besties because we met for 5 minutes, but I love her. She's so sweet. So Brian and I used the line jump, which first time in 11 cons that we've had to, but her line was so crazy because she ended up not getting there at all on Friday. She was driving in an RV, and there were accidents and, you know, ice storms and all this kind of awful stuff that made her miss out on Friday, which she was bummed about. So obviously it ended up being a cluster for the rest of the weekend for everybody to meet her. But she was amazing. Meatloaf, my husband really had wanted to meet, but again, the line was super, super long. I would have loved to have just given him a hug too, but we used our line jump for Fairuza, so we didn't get a chance, but we heard he was lovely. They did the craft reunion the very first time. All 4 of the stars of the craft were in the same place at the same time, like since the movie came out. So we didn't, again, get to meet Neve Campbell. This is the 2nd time she's been there that we've been there, but her line also was crazy, crazy long. Fairuza, obviously, I've discussed. Robin Tunney, we spoke to very briefly, and we didn't really get to, you know, spend a whole lot of time getting to communicate with her, but she was sweet. She was a little distracted, but, you know, she was concerned about Fairuza. It was Friday night, and she was like, what's going on, you know? So we talked to her a little bit, and she was cool. Rachel True, we met at a previous con, and she was very sweet, so we didn't get a chance to see her this weekend. Okay, the next actor, it's so funny. This actor was it Thursday afternoon or Friday morning? I don't remember, because we got there on Thursday, and the con officially started Friday evening at 5 o'clock. But I see the door open to the elevator, and I'm just kind of chilling with Brian in the lobby, and all of a sudden I see this adorable puppy. Well, dog, probably a full-grown dog, but he was a little dog. I'm not sure what breed. But I'm like, oh my God, Brian, look at the dog, look at the dog, look at the dog. And I'm like freaking out. I want to go play with the dog. And then I follow the dog, and I look up, and I follow the leash up, and there's a hand holding the leash, and the hand is attached to Dylan McDermott. So it's like, oh crap, that's Dylan McDermott's dog, and there's Dylan McDermott. So it was just kind of a funny, like, oh, how do you do? That's pretty cool. Can I play with your dog? But he was very nice. We got to talk to him, and we told him we really miss Captain Dave, and he said, I do too, thank you, because he was on an awesome, very underrated, way too soon, just one season, canceled show on Fox called LA to Vegas. If you get a chance to watch it anywhere, you really should just binge it. It's just one season, super, super funny sitcom. We loved it. So, yeah, but Dylan was cool, and his dog I'm obsessed with, Otis. Shout out to Otis McDermott in the house. I loved that dog. He was so cute. Okay, next up, Sandy Johnson, James Jude Courtney, Will Sandin, and again, the aforementioned Jabril. Was that it? Was there 1, 2, 3, 4? Why do I keep thinking? Oh, gosh, and he's not... Oh, and Nick Castle. 5 people representing the Halloween franchise. Sandy played... oh, my gosh... Judith Myers, who was killed off in the very beginning of the first movie. James Jude Courtney played The Shape, aka Michael Myers, in the 2018, which actually I thought it was really cool. He referred to it, I think, as Halloween 40 or Halloween 40 or something, because like they called Halloween like Halloween H2O because it was the 20th anniversary. I think he called this Halloween 40 because it was the 40th anniversary. But anyway, Halloween 2018. Excuse me, sorry. Will Sandin played young Michael Myers, who had the very, very iconic scene of just, you know, being out on the sidewalk in the clown costume holding the knife. Or was it scissors? I can't remember. After just having killed Judith, and everybody's like, Michael, you know? Yeah, he played that kid. And then Nick Castle was the Shape in the original Halloween, and he played a little bit part. He did a couple scenes as the Shape in the 2018 version as well. They did a really awesome panel. Did not get to speak to any of them personally other than Will Sandin. I just went to his table and chatted with him a little bit. He was really cool, and I asked him a question at the Q&A as well. And Nick we had met previously at another con he'd come to, and I got a picture with him at the VIP party then, so he's a great guy. And he did a Q&A panel at the last year's August con, and he's just a great guy, full of stories. Just the panel was really fun. We really enjoyed ourselves at that. Steve Guttenberg was actually our neighbor down the hall in our hotel room. He was on the same floor as us, so we kind of caught him, you know, heading into his room, and he kind of pulled his baseball cap down, and my husband was like, hey, Steve, you know, how you doing? And he was just like, oh, hi, and we mentioned a couple of mutual friends that we knew, and that engaged him in conversation, and it was just really nice. You know, he was super friendly and couldn't have been more, you know, warm and cool, so... that was our Steve Guttenberg experience. Tony Todd is on the schedule, but he did not get to come, unfortunately. He had to reschedule due to shooting overseas, but he's an awesome guy. We've met him several times before at the cons, and he's just a true gentleman, a class act, just a wonderful person to talk to. Danielle Harris, again, she's been at the con previously, so we didn't get to see her this time around, but I've seen her at Q&A panels before. For some reason, she didn't attend the Halloween panel this year, which I was really surprised about, because the rest of the Halloween, you know, cast members were there, but whatever. CJ Graham, who was oh my gosh, I've got Michael Myers on the brain, was Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th. Oh gosh, was it part 5, 6? No, I think Kane started 6. Maybe he was 5. I can't remember. But he did a Q&A panel and was really, really cool. And funny story, they were apparently our neighbors down the hall too, because the day we checked in on Thursday, I saw this really attractive lady just dressed to the nines, full makeup, beautiful hair, and she was standing with someone outside in the hall, not with CJ. And I didn't recognize her, but I've been thinking to myself, gosh, she's probably an actress. And I'm walking down the hall with a freaking towel turban on my head, just out of the shower, just sneaking down to go get ice. And I'm like, fuck, I'm so mortified now, because I'm probably going to end up seeing her, you know, at one of the tables and be like, yeah, I was the loser with the towel on my head. And I realized eventually that it was his wife. So on Sunday morning, when we were at the breakfast buffet, where I was in line just behind her and a friend, and I said, excuse me, are you CJ Graham's wife? And she said, yes. And I said, oh, hi, you know, I'm Carrie. And she said, oh, hi, I'm Ruby. And I said, you know, I have to tell you a little funny story. And I relayed this story. And she was just basically like, girl, don't worry about it. We've all done that. Seriously, don't sweat it. And she was just a doll. So shout out to Ruby Graham, because she's a doll. She's just a lovely, lovely person. And CJ's panel, like his Q&A, was really entertaining and fun. And he just seems like a really nice person. So that was cool. Shawn Michaels and and Kane were the two wrestlers that came. We did not get any encounters with them at all. Sean was only there one day, I think Friday. Kane was only there Saturday. But Kane also acts now. He was in See No Evil 2. See No Evil 2, yes. That was directed by my beloved Heart sisters, Jen and Sylvia Saska, who I love to bits and pieces. And as always, they were the highlight of every con they're at. This is only the second time that I've been at a con where they were, but we adore them. They are just true angels. They've become, you know, so special to Brian and I. We love them so, so, so much, and we just cannot say enough wonderful things about Jen and Sil. We just truly, truly, truly adore them. It's beyond, like, you know, appreciation for their work. We love them for who they are as human beings. They're just absolutely pure sunshine, just pure light, so inspiring, so encouraging. Just literally everyone that met them had that same experience. They just found them to be the most genuine, kind, loving humans on the planet, and I freaking heart them. I know you won't see this, Jen and Sylph, but you know how much we love you, like, with all our hearts, truly, truly, truly. And I think that is everyone. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I don't see anybody else. Like I said, poor Jabril was not listed on here. Okay, I'm looking at the photo op list. Oh God, no, I am missing people. Phil Fondacaro, oh my God, he was lovely. We actually met Phil at his table and got a photo with him and an autograph, and he has been in so many movies. You have to just IMDb him, because truly you won't know him necessarily by name, but if you look at his resume, you'll be like, holy shit, this man has been in everything and done everything. He did a wonderful Q&A panel that was so interesting and cool. He was such a warm, loving, just kind gentleman. His wife was at his table as well. She is an agent, I believe. I think Brian said she's an agent, and she was lovely too. Everyone at their table, the handlers, just so sweet, so friendly. But we loved Phil. Oh my gosh, sorry for the oversight there. And I missed other people too, but yeah, we loved Phil. Monica Kina was there, and she was super, super, super sweet. If you want to talk high energy, that girl is so high energy. Like, she is just a ball of freaking, just, I don't know, just a ball of energy. She's just so on, like, bubbly and friendly, and, you know, talks a mile a minute, and just was so charming and sweet. I talked to her a bit prior to her Q&A, and then at the Q&A I asked a question, and she just was lovely. We just thought she was so cool. And now I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody else, so I'm looking at the Q&A list here to make sure, because a couple of them, yeah, for some reason they were not listed on the cover of the book. I'm pretty sure I got everybody now. Oh, I hope I did. I really would hate to miss anybody. So, like I said, we didn't get personal experiences with every single person, but at least we got to lay eyes on everybody, with the exception of Shawn Michaels, Kane. Kane I saw, but he was in, like, his mask that he wears for wrestling, and Christina Ricci. But everybody else, I think we at least got to lay eyes on. But they were lovely. We had so much fun. But the highlight of the weekend, truly, 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 was spending time with our friends. We have so many friends that we've made now. Like, it was really kind of fascinating to me. I went to my Facebook, and being the OCD person that I am, and having, you know, I mean, I have far fewer Facebook people than a lot of other people do, but I have more, like, than, say, my husband does, just because I have friends that I play games with and whatnot. I don't know, it's less than 400 people, but it's still a lot of people to keep track of. So I miss a lot of times when people post things. It doesn't show up on my timeline necessarily. So I very much am using now the friend list option on Facebook. So I was going to the friend list, and I made a Monster-Mania friend list, and that includes all of the actors and vendors and fellow fans that we have become friends with or have encountered and just want to keep track of from Monster-Mania. And I think there's like 70 of my 300 and something friends are Monster-Mania people. And that's really telling, considering that we've been going to this con now. This was our 11th time. We've been going since 2014. As shy and withdrawn as Brian are in normal everyday life, the fact that we have connected with so many people to become Facebook friends with them, that now, like, a quarter or a fifth of my friends list is people that I've met through and because of Monster-Mania. That's really, really telling to me. It just goes to show the quality of the humans that you meet there, how quickly you can connect, the the depth of the bonds that you can make with people, even if you don't really get to spend a whole lot of time with them and you see them once or maybe twice a year or even more infrequently. Like there's some friends, shout out to you, Lindsay Beaumont, who is the sister of our friend Chris, who we also love Lindsay to pieces, who hasn't been at the con in a couple of years, but we're still friends with Lindsay and we love her and we follow what's going on with her and her kitties and her con adventures, you know, and it's just really, really, really awesome that we've met so many wonderful people who we truly consider family now. We always, you know, like there's lingo, there's con lingo, there's con fam is definitely like the friends that you meet. They become con family for sure. The con crud is another term. Almost everybody gets sick after con. You're just in such close quarters and, you know, you're shaking hands with people and you're hugging people and, you know, somebody's going to have like a cold or a flu and it's just, it generally spreads around and the con crud pretty much hits everybody at some point when they've gotten home. I'm a little nasally, so I may be getting some crud. I don't know. We'll see, but hopefully not. But it's just, I don't know. This con is just so much more than the sum of its parts. And really, it's about the people. It's about the true, honest, genuine connections and friendships and moments shared with people, whether it's the actors or the vendors or the fellow fans. I mean, I've become friends with people in all three of those categories. People that I consider true blue heart sisters and brothers that I feel oftentimes would have my back more than people that I've known since I was 5. And that's really just the beautiful thing about this con. I can't even speak on that enough. That's why we keep going back. That's why we've booked every single con up until now without even knowing a single guest that's in attendance because we don't give a shit. I mean, we do. You know, obviously there's people on our wish lists that we'd like to meet. But it's kind of like beside the point. At this point, we would go just to hang out with our friends. And so that's what makes this convention so special. And that's really the biggest take of what my weekend was like. I haven't shared with you guys on here yet, I don't think. I lost my aunt on March 5th. My Aunt Susan, who was also my godmother. She was... she has a place, she and her husband have a place down in Florida, but they spend the majority of their time up here in New York, and they happen to be down in Florida, and I'm not going to get into the details, but she passed away unexpectedly. She was in the hospital, but it was very, very shocking on March 5th. And March 7th, we were on the road to the con, and I felt so torn about going. I might have mentioned this a little, but I knew that she wouldn't have wanted me to miss out. You know, we had invested a lot of money. We look forward to this all year, especially knowing that this year was the only time we were going to get to go. So I kind of compartmentalized that, and now I'm really starting to fully process that now that I'm home. But, you know, sharing that with my con fam and just getting countless hugs and meeting new friends and, you know, people from the Monster-Mania fan page that my awesome friend Erin runs. You know, I shared on there before I even shared. I only shared publicly on my Facebook today that my aunt had even passed away, but I shared it with them because I knew that was a sacred space where no one in my family, you know, would see it, and, you know, it wouldn't impact anybody that actually knew her, you know, until, you know, all notifications were made, you know, in the proper way. And, they were so supportive and so kind and so loving. And that was truly, truly, truly what I needed to help get me through the weekend and be able to just kind of say, Aunt Susan, I love you and I'm heartbroken that you're gone. But right now, I'm just going to lock that up in a place in my heart where I'm going to deal with it later because I have to be on for this con because this is the highlight pretty much of our whole entire year. And I know that you would want that for me because you loved me. And then when I get home is when I'm really going to let it all sink in. So now it's starting to. But that's what this con is about. It's about friendship and love and support and knowing that no matter what differences you have, whether you suffer from mental illness or you know, you're on the autism spectrum or you have some sort of, you know, differently abled, you know, type of abilities, or you just are really shy, or you're really, you know, have a lot of trouble with being in, you know, crowded places. you find a home there. You just find a home among these people who are just so loving and supportive and kind. Knock on wood, I've not yet had a bad encounter with anybody. You know, people have just been so incredibly kind. And with each passing con, I meet more friends. And even though it breaks my heart to know I won't be there in August, I know I'll be there again in March, and so will my family. And it'll be that much more special to see them knowing that it's been a full year. Oh my God, I can't even think about that. But to be with them again is going to be so special. And I look forward to it more than I can possibly say. So yeah, there's glitches, you know, Firuza not being there Friday, you know, made things tougher with the lines. And it was a bummer that, you know, the stars didn't come to the VIP party and yada, yada, yada. But that's really like water under the bridge, because the overall impact of the con was that it gave me just what I needed, just when I really needed it most. For the second time in 3 years, just after a loss of a family member, to be there was just exactly the right place for me to be. So I can't say enough good things about it. I cannot wait till next March. In August, guys, please keep me in your thoughts and share pictures. You know, even though it's going to be like a little knife turning in my heart not being there, I want to feel like, you know, I'm still a little bit of a part of it in terms of getting to experience, you know, all the fun that you guys are having. I love my con fam. I'm not going to mention you all by name, but you know who you are. If you're watching this, you know who you are. I adore you guys, and you are what make this con so special, and you are what keep us coming back no matter what. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry this was long. What a surprise. I knew it would end up being long, even with my best intentions, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be back soon with more stuff. And FYI, today is the last day to enter my 1,500 subscriber giveaway. So if you want to scroll through my playlists and find that post, you're more than welcome to enter still. Just be sure to follow all 5 rules. I will be drawing my winner tomorrow, since I was supposed to be going to the city today to do something special that ended up not happening, unfortunately. For me, the event happens, but I couldn't make it, and it sucks, but it is what it is. That's life. But yeah, so if you want to enter the giveaway, you've got 24 hours left to do that. I don't know what time I'll draw the winner tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. I don't even know what I'm putting in it yet, honestly. I mean, there'll be lip balms for sure. I mean, no question. But I haven't decided what else yet. Something that I make, and, you know, some other fun odds and ends. I'll figure out something cool that hopefully you guys will enjoy. But anyway, thank you. I love you all so much. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome St. Patrick's Day, and I will be back soon with more stuff. Bye.